everyone. We are going to work on volume of prisms and pyramids. Right now we're just going to focus on the prisms. So I'm going to show you a few pictures. This picture here, hopefully you can tell that is a prism, triangular prism. Okay, prisms are mostly rectangles. If I come down, I see another prism. Here again, another prism. Prisms are mostly rectangles. This is a triangular prism because you have two bases that are triangles and everything else is a rectangle. This is a triangular prism. We have a pyramid. We can tell pyramids because pyramids come to a point on top. Pyramids can have a square base, a rectangular base, a triangular base, all sorts of bases. So, volume has to do with filling, okay? So I want to fill up an aquarium, fill up a tank, okay? I would put water in it. That's going to fill it, okay? So prisms, just like here, write this down. This is a triangular prism. It is mostly rectangles, but I can see that I have two other shapes here that are triangles. That's how we name it, the shapes that are not triangles. If it's all rectangular, then it is a rectangular prism. Make sure you are pausing the video as needed. So one more time, a prism will have two bases, but the other sides or faces are mostly rectangles. And again, it might be all rectangular if it's a rectangular prism, but prisms are mostly rectangles, okay? Pyramids, we know, come to a point. They have one base, okay? Pyramids, if you think of the Egyptian pyramids, are mostly triangles. And the face that's opposite that top point or that apex, the opposite side, the opposite face, that's the base. That's how you name it. You name it from the base. You name your shape from the base, okay? You name your prisms and pyramids according to the shape of the base. Okay, I'm going to read through this really quickly. But while I do that, I want you to pause this video and I want you to take out your formula chart. Find your formula chart. Okay, I'm going to scroll. You're writing this down, and in a minute I'm going to go through each line by line, okay? Line 1 will be find the main formula. Find the volume formula. Okay, then you will replace big B, we're going to talk about that in a minute, with the name of the base. Once you name it, you're going to go back there and you're going to write the formula for area of whatever that shape is. Okay? Number 4, from here we should know formula, substitute the numbers in, and solve. Okay? So make sure you have all of that written. Okay? And so I'm going to come back to our triangular prism. I'm going a little fast because I know you can't pause the video. Okay? So, number 1, make sure your formula chart's out. Number 1, your main formula or your volume formula. That main formula, volume. Prism. Notice here how this looks versus this. These are different. This is big BH, this is little BH. Big BH, little BH. Okay? That's the wrong one. We'll go in here. Okay? Number 2 says replace B with the name of the base. Remember, the base is how you name it. This is a triangular prism. So I write the word triangle. Okay? I write the word triangle, but don't forget the H. Big B is replaced by the word triangle. Okay? Then, you're going to have this on your Ed puzzle. We're going to replace the name of the base with the formula. Okay? Why? Because big B means area of base. Big B means area of the base. You need to write that down. That will be on an Ed puzzle. Okay? Area of the base. Okay. So I go over here, area of a triangle. I'm having to use it twice. I don't know if you can see it. Half BH. Okay, so 3 replaced with the formula. So instead of triangle, instead of putting A equals half BH, I'm going to put half BH. And then I have another H. These are 2 separate heights. Okay? This one is the height of the triangle. This one is the height of the prism. That's the prism height. It connects the 2 bases. Okay? So, these numbers come from the triangle. These numbers that we're about to put in will come from the triangle. Here's my triangle. I'm looking here. I have an 8 and a 6. More importantly, I see that right angle. 8 and 6. So, half, 8, half, 8 times 6. And it doesn't matter, half 6 times 8, it does not matter. And then 18. This is the triangle. Half, 8 times 6. That's all triangle. Okay? Then I have another number here. This connects the 2 bases. That's 18. Then we go to solve it. Guys, there's different ways to solve this. I can do half of 8 times 6. Half of 8 is 4. 4 times 6 is 24. I can do 8 times 6 is 48. 48 divided by 2 is 24. Or I can do half of 6 is 3. 3 times 8 is 24. Just see how many ways there is to find the area of that triangle? Super easy. My last step is to multiply these 2 numbers, 24 times 18. So we're just going to start with the 8. If you know how to multiply without me, just skip ahead. 8 times 4, 32. Carry the 3. 8 times 2, 16. Plus 3 is 19. I'm done with the 8. 1 times 4, 4. 1 times 2, 2. 2, 3, 4. So 432, and then our units are inches cubed. Okay? Now, on the next one, we're going to do our same thing. We're going to do volume of this. This is a rectangular prism. We're going to name it first. Then we're going to start with our volume formula. So volume, big BH, big B, area of the base. That's big B, volume. Okay? And we name it. That step 2 says name it. The base is a rectangle. And I'm not going to forget the H. It's a rectangular prism because this is a rectangle. There's only rectangles on here. Okay? Then the next one, remember, look here. Area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle. So, can't see this very well. Let me do this. Rectangle, little b, h. So the area of a rectangle is BH, or little BH. H. Remember, we always have 2 heights. This is the height of the rectangle. Just look at the rectangle. This is the height of the prism, okay? So I'm going to substitute in my numbers. Here's my base numbers. I have 4 and 5. It doesn't matter. This is B, this is H, this is B, this is H. It doesn't matter. 4 times 5. And the height is 10. Okay? Your job is to multiply those numbers. So pause this video and multiply those numbers. And you should get 200, okay? 200 meters cubed. 4 times 5 is 20, 20 times 10 is 200. Now, when it says it's 3/5 full, that means I can break this up into 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is how much is shaded, 3/5. So if you think about it, when I break it into 5 parts, I have this 200 here, and I multiply by 3/5. Now, why do I do that? Because I divide by 5. I'm literally dividing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I multiply by 3 because I have 3 of the parts. Okay? So I multiply by 3/5. If you know what 3/5 is as a decimal and you want to multiply it, that's okay also. So you can do that. 200 times 3, that's 600. And then 600 divided by 5. That's how we find how much it is when it's 3/5 full. There's another way you could do it, but we're not going to talk about that. But I could say if it's 3/5 full, I could have used a different number other than 10. I could have done, like if you think about this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I could have done 2, 4, 6 for the height, but I didn't do that. 5 into 6, 1, 5, 1, 0. 5 into 10, 2, 10, 0. 5 into 0, 0. So I have my volume, when it's not all the way full, 120 meters cubed. Okay? Last problem. We're going to quickly do this. Again, hopefully you can see I have a rectangle here, here, and across the bottom. Okay? This is a triangular prism because it's mostly rectangles. Okay? So we start with, remember, look at the problem before, big BH. What is big B? Area of the base. What is the base? The base is a triangle. Okay? Normally I would look at my formula chart, but for the sake of time, I'm not. The formula for area of a triangle is half BH, and then I have another H. Okay? These H's are different unless they happen to have the same number. Okay? So here I need the numbers from the triangle. Okay? So I have 3 numbers. 1, 2, 3. I need this one. These 2. Pardon me. These 2. I do not need this number on the triangle, so I don't need 14. So I'm going to put 9, 10.7. And I forgot to put the half in front. Okay? Half, 9 times 10.7. Half, 9 times 10.7. And then the other number is 12. Okay? Now, I could take half of 9. I know what that is. I don't want to take half of this, but I could take half of 12. Half of 12 is 6. Times, I still have 9. I still have 10.7. Your job is to multiply these 3 numbers to finish this up.